Before we get into this video, I just want to give academics this small bit of advice from a dope quote. It says, give, but don't allow yourself to be used. Love, but don't allow your heart to be abused. Trust, but don't be naive. Listen, but don't lose your voice. Let's get into it.
I talked to enough Canada. I've talked to enough people. Maybe Drake will keep teasing it. Let me just tell you what I've heard. Yo, LeBron, you and Drake used to go in two mans, okay? You've been cheating on your goddamn wife. Drake used to facilitate the host. And basically, essentially, you can't dance to a song about him being... He used to supply you. If I'm Drake, I snitch on you too. Sorry, buddy. You can't do that. No. You've been living a lie. And everybody been thinking you're this perfect guy, but when you come to Canada, I know some of them. When you come to Canada, you know you come to certain places. I'm supplying you with the white women you love. You don't even like black chicks. White women. I'm the guy. So when I bring the tings, and I'm hooking you up, when Kendrick drops a song saying certified lover boy, certified, first one should say, whoa. Me and Drake done did some two-mans. He ain't never bring no underage girl. And don't dance, don't crip walk, don't do nothing. And how about you go win some championships? I'm sorry. I'm snitching on you. That's why you in trouble, LeBron. You can't dance to a song about me when we went on two-mans. That's why you're getting dissed on these random songs. There's like five tings in Toronto ready to shout your business up now, bro. Like, LeBron, nobody told you if you're secretly cheating on your wife, stay out the way. And don't dance at your man who been helping you cheat. Get out the way, LeBron. What are you doing?
Give, but don't allow yourself to be used. Academics, do you think that it's possible? And I'm going to say this, and this might be going out on a limb or whatever. I don't think Drake told him that. I think somebody in Drake's team told him that. You don't think with Drake's influence that he couldn't have some baddies around him that specifically told them to put out this type of propaganda? If you understand the art of war, you understand how to do these things. So academics, my question to you is, what are you trying to do to LeBron exactly? One of the things that happens to people in your position, and we've all been duped, if you will, of doing this, because like, I won't diss Drake because at the end of the day, Drake wrote the theme song of my 20s. So I have a nostalgic bond with Drake over his music, but Drake the person, I don't know. Academics, when you are allowing yourself to be used by Drake, the question is, can you use him? Because if you recall, when you started your run with the Akademiks podcast, the off the record stuff, right? How come Drake didn't show up and help you out there? We just got to ask that simplistic question. See, there comes a time where it's so many favors that you are giving that you got to ask the question of, man, am I getting back? Now, you can say, well, hold on, Seti Nash, and I would assume you would say as much, well, Drake has given me exclusivity. True, but exclusivity to do what exactly? And that's to prop up his message of whatever it is. Now, I'm not saying academics go after Drake and all this crap. What I'm asking, not even what I'm asking, what I'm thinking about, and I'm pretty sure the masses are thinking about, is what the hell are you doing? How does this benefit you specifically? Because right now, the turmoil and all this crap and people like me reacting to it, and it's going to garnish you more views. More views means more ads means more money. But internally, what does this do for you specifically? Because what it does is it 100% makes you look like a puppet. Now, sometimes, hey, you got to be used in order to, be, well, the saying is this: if you can't be used, then you're useless. So what's the point of being useless? And I 100% understand that. And we understand love, but don't allow your heart to be abused. One of these days, there's going to come a point where one of these scenarios are going to happen. Either Drake is going to feel pissed off by something you've done, or Drake is going to do something to harm his career so bad that you're going to have to disassociate yourself with him. And when you do that, what's going to end up happening is you're going to have to make some type of statement, and he's not going to like that. And what's going to happen is the bit of influence that he does have is going to tarnish everything about your relationship to the point where you'll have to go after him. Or you may feel down the road like, hey, Drake, man, I need you to do something. And you can't refuse. And he'll refuse. And then what'll happen is you'll mess around and go after him. We seen you do it with Youngboy. So if you fell out with NBA Youngboy, who has more of an influence on the youth of today, people in the comments, let me help you out. NBA Youngboy has more influence on the youth of today than Drake does. It's undeniable. So what happens when you fall off with Drake? Are you going to air out all his dirty secrets? From all the ladies that went and took the plan Bs or had to go and do certain things, and the NDAs that are signed with Drake, which are normal for people in his position, by the way. But at the same time, are you going to air out his dirty laundry when the time comes for you guys to separate? And if you decide to do that, that will sour so many relationships that you have with people in the industry. You will not get exclusives as though you have been getting. Trust, but don't be naive. Is there real proof of this stuff that you're talking about? Because there's a couple of crimes that it seems could possibly occur by you doing this. One, extortion. So if these ladies have been hitting you up with information and all this crap and everything like that, what do you think they sent to LeBron James or his estate? What happens? Then on top of that, what is LeBron doing right now? You don't think that this was a tactic by Drake? LeBron James is home right now with his family, making sure that their estate is all right because of the fires that are happening in Los Angeles County. Understand that, to the point where they're not even going to play the game with the Rams versus the Texans. I believe, no, not the Texans. Oh, it's not the Texans. Texans are AFC. The Rams are NFC. Whoever the hell the Rams are playing against. I'm sorry. I'm not keeping up with the NFL these days. I got too much stuff going on. With the Rams versus whomever in which they're going against, I know for a fact that they're playing it in Arizona. I know that part because it popped up in the headlines. But either way that goes, you have that part that exists. And I would wonder to you, academics, you don't think this ain't off a little bit? You don't think this ain't gonna resonate a little bit? You don't think that people are going to slowly turn because of the timing in which you did this? At a time when LeBron James and his family are together right now, you want to sew in that BS and discomfort into his home? All right, so what's the ultimate damage here? Are you trying to get LeBron James and his wife to divorce so she takes money and that turns into content for you guys? Now, once again, let me put this out there. If LeBron James is cheating and loosely throwing his thing out there and all that, bro, that's on you. You're a grown man. You have painted this picture of excellence. You are dang near the greatest athlete of all time off the court, off the field of play, if you will. I don't think that we've seen anybody quite like LeBron off the freaking court. Well, off the field of play, I have to put it that way. So that way, hockey players, NFL players, MLS players, baseball players, all these people get associated with all that. He has the school. He has many of freaking charities and all this crap. Became one of the youngest billionaire athletes ever because Jordan became the first billionaire athlete and Tiger Woods swiftly followed after that. And then Michael Irving Johnson followed, and then LeBron. But it still doesn't matter. He did it in a faster pace and literally wields so much freaking power. So if LeBron is really out there throwing it like that and everything like that, then he deserves whatever he gets, because there just comes a time where you got to man up. And this right here wouldn't be one of those. But if for a chance that this is true, what do you gain from this, academics? Because it doesn't seem as though you're doing this because you have a personal vendetta with LeBron. It seems as if you're doing this from a fandom standpoint to prove your allegiance to Drake. So you should listen, but don't lose your voice. Meaning this, the stuff that you're doing right now, as far as with this in particular thing, it doesn't seem genuine. It just doesn't. It seems as though you were peddled this to feed it to the masses. And since they peddled it to you to feed it to the masses, it's going to be disseminated and treated as a bit of truth. That anybody who disapproves of LeBron or anybody who doesn't like LeBron, who tries to tarnish his legacy, will 100% say, yeah, bruh, I knew it. I knew it. Then the cheating goes from, oh, he ain't just cheating on his wife, he's cheating and doing all this stuff. So then it goes to a personal level, probably goes to his fitness. Yeah, I've been in the gym. I had to show that off. I had to show that off. Probably goes to his fitness, probably goes to everything about him and saying that LeBron James is a no good, dirty cheat. And I asked the simplistic question of what does this accomplish exactly? Because there has to be some type of logic behind this. Academics, if you don't understand that you're being used by Drake and Drake has been using you and it's been helping you with your career, no doubt. Nobody can deny that Drake has 100% helped Akademiks' career. I think even Akademiks would acknowledge that. But the problem that we're all going to face with you right now is the why. Then you're saying that these ladies, all of this and all that, what happens if it turns out not to be true? Better yet, what happens if LeBron James loses a big time endorsement and cites that what you just said on this stream is the reason? And so you said, from what I've heard, let me help you out. Legally, that's not enough. You didn't say full disclaimer, all this stuff can't be true in your diatribe. You have to constantly peddle that. The message that we just got is you're saying, yeah, man, I heard through the grapevine that LeBron James been cheating on his wife. Where the white women at that? All right, but be careful, because if his estate decides to go after you, I'm sorry, he's $1 billion athlete. His lawyers are going to be better than you. Then what's going to happen? You're going to have to expose the identities of those that you told or be deemed a liar and spread falsehoods. Look at Tasha K. So if anything happens to LeBron James as far as financially, and they cite this as being the reason, you can be held civilly liable for these things that you're doing. There is no way up out of here unless you constantly sprinkle. These are rumors that I heard. I don't know them to be true, but if they are, and you have to put that in there immediately. And if people are wondering, dang, Nash, you taking it easy on Akademiks and all this stuff. Me and Akademiks is cool. We good. That's the homie. But at the same time, I can't sit here and blindly let this man derail his career possibly for somebody that he has an affinity for. It just ain't gonna work. It's not gonna happen. I'm not a yes man. I've never been a yes man. And yes, today, hey, it is what it is. I ain't gonna cuss Cuz out. I ain't gonna call him out his name. I'm just warning him. Be careful with the company that you keep, because it seems as though if things go awry, Drake has no problem throwing people under the freaking bus. And let me ask you this simple question. What was LeBron supposed to do when this song, which is #1 in your playlist, which this song is constantly being played everywhere in the city in which he's at? What are you talking about? Are you blindly aware or acutely aware or not aware at all? Because there is a thing that exists that says you get with the freaking times. Your man KD is from DC. He got a tattoo of Tupac once he freaking found out the cultural influence, even more the bigger impact that Tupac has when he was in the Bay Area. And that's not a diss towards KD, because I understand with more knowledge, more appreciation comes. But you have that crap that exists. And I just freaking wonder, bro. How much damage was this supposed to happen? I mean, how much damage was this supposed to do to LeBron James from Drake? Because it's obvious Drake feels some type of way. But Drake, if Drake ever watches this, which I doubt he would, or somebody from his team, Drake, disappear. I said this from the jump. If Drake, y'all go check my Instagram for this. I said this from the jump. Drake had 3 options. First option was disappear, make people miss him, and all of this crap, and then come out with nothing but club bangers next summer. And it was going to be undeniable that Drake was the undisputed king of rap damn near for all time, but he damn sure is going to hit y'all top 3. Or Drake, you needed to split California in half and take the Bay Area and Northern California because there is a rivalry between Northern California and Southern California. It ain't all peaches and rainbows. It's just not. So you could have did that. You could have went on an epic Northern California run. You could have got cats out of Stockton, out of Sac, out of Oakland, out of San Francisco, out of Richmond, out of Vallejo, and you would have been undisputedly untouchable in Northern California. Or you could have got on a Draco beat and famed Kendrick Lamar and used Draco's likeness and all this stuff and everything like that because you actually had a freaking relationship with Draco and Kendrick didn't, but you played it wrong. Missteps happen, but it is what it is. Share to keep your people aware. Subscribe, turn on the bell, stay notified. If you like what we're doing, or you want to get the conversation up, rolling and moving, hey, hit that like button and let me know your thoughts on this one. Did I get it wrong? Did I get it right? What did I miss? What did I introduce you to? Let me know.